Coming up on WFT's First at 5, get those umbrellas ready. Fireworks aren't the only things falling from the sky this weekend.
Is in. President Trump's spending bill passed earlier today after months of going through Congress.
And with holiday travel increasing, how to keep your kids safe this 4th of July. First at 5 starts right now.
City of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications. You're watching WUFT News.
The rain has been relentless in north central Florida, and more is coming ahead of a potential tropical system. This is WFT's First at 5. I'm Carle.
And I'm Isis Snow. Your 4th of July weekend plans might need to be moved indoors. UF forecaster Reuben is live in the weather studio detailing how long this wet weather will stick around.
That's right. We are currently tracking the showers and storms affecting north central Florida. Now, I did want to put a bit of an emphasis on the Alachua County and Gainesville area, as the storms and showers have been moving more southward as of recent. Now, let's quickly talk about the flash flood risk we are under. Because of the heavy showers and storms that we are seeing, there is a low chance, but there is a chance that you could be seeing some flooding and showers in your area. Now, for the main event of the evening, fanfares and fireworks. If you do plan on getting there on time, I would recommend a poncho or an umbrella. But if you get there a little bit later, you should be mostly good because the showers are expected to clear up. Now, I'll have more for you after the break. I'll have more for you as heavy rain is likely to continue. It's not going to be as hot moving forward, and potential tropical system is developing.
President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill will soon become One Big Beautiful Law. Today, the House of Representatives narrowly passed the massive spending and tax cuts bill that the president has been pushing for months. 2 Republicans joined all Democrats in voting against the bill, which will cut social safety net programs in order to fund tax cuts and spending increases for both the military border and border security. And as Julie Sirkin reports, the vote came after a historic speech on the House floor.
After a week of twists and turns, strong-arm tactics, and backroom deals, President Trump's signature tax cuts and spending bill is headed to his desk to be signed into law.
The motion is adopted.
The final House vote coming one day before a Trump-imposed July 4th deadline, and hours after the bill appeared to be in trouble, with hardline fiscal conservatives and other Republicans threatening to vote no. But ultimately, the bill passed with no changes.
A lot of members genuinely needed time to digest what the Senate sent over.
House leaders credit the president with convincing holdouts to get in line.
He was, directly engaged. He was available. If anybody had a question, they could go straight to him.
With little power to stop it, House Democrats slammed the so-called Big Beautiful Bill during floor debate.
My House Republican colleagues, have you no shame?
And delayed the vote by hours.
House Democrats are going to stand up.
8.5 hours, to be clear, because Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries set a new record for the longest floor speech in history. Democrats in the minority could not stop the bill from passing, but Jeffries says the fight is not over.
That no matter what the outcome is on this singular day, we're going to press on. We're going to press on.
The bill makes permanent the 2017 Trump tax cuts, slashes funding for Medicaid and food aid programs. It increases funding for border security and the military. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will add more than $3 trillion to the national debt and will strip health care coverage from more than 11 million people. Republicans dismiss those projections.
Unleashing a rising tide of prosperity, securing our border, modernizing our national defense, and supercharging energy, agriculture, all the sectors of our economy.
The president will head to Iowa tonight for a rally, and tomorrow he will sign the Big Beautiful Bill at the White House, according to sources, amid all the July 4th celebrations and festivities there. In Washington, Julie Sirkin, NBC News.
More movement is happening at the ICE detention center in South Florida, dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. Signs went up overnight installed along the road outside of the facility. There's also been an uptick in buses and U.S. Customs and Border Patrol vehicles in and out of the facility. President Trump toured the controversial center Tuesday. Governor Ron DeSantis said the tent city can house up to 5,000 migrants as they await deportation.
A 30-year-old Marion County man is facing charges for sexual battery on a child. A detective with the sheriff's office said they received a tip about abuse on a child under the age of 12. They say through investigative means, they learned Christopher Rivera abused the victim between 2016 and 2017. Investigators also found a second victim who shared a similar abuse story. Rivera was arrested Wednesday and taken to the Marion County Jail without bond.
Beginning next month, the City of Gainesville will pass along transaction fees of 2.45% to customers who pay online by credit or debit card when making certain payments. Some card-based transactions made online that include the fee are parking tickets and regional transit system mobile bus passes. This includes Gator-Aider, also business taxes and domestic partnership registrations. Excluded from the new processing fee are online payments by electronic check. Beginning October 1st, the transaction fee will apply to card payments made in person at city government offices.
New body camera footage was released on a high-speed car chase in Marion County. Deputies were surprised to find a valuable possession in the back seat of the vehicle. A convicted Marion County felon has been arrested after a neighborhood chase with a child in the back seat. Investigators say 24-year-old Jordan Skeen tried to escape custody after a traffic stop on June 27th. Once the chase ended, deputies say they found a gun, marijuana, and a 1-year-old child in the car. Marion County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Paul Bloom says Skeen's act was pure selfishness.
Not only as a deputy, but these deputies as fathers, and you realize, wow, this was the pinnacle of selfishness to put this child in such danger that just to try to get away from the cops.
Skeen is facing at least 7 charges, including child endangerment and violating his probation. The child is now safe with her mother. Coming up, millions of people are traveling for the 4th of July. How authorities are managing travel safety.
Plus, North Central Florida skies are lighting up with fireworks this weekend. We'll let you know where to catch them next.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
In a matter of hours, the skies over the University of Florida's Flavitt Field will light up with fireworks. WUFT's Fanfare and Fireworks celebration kicks off tonight at 6. And WUFT's Michael Orlando spent time at Flavitt Field this afternoon to see the final touches being put on the event.
In just a few hours, bombs will be bursting in the air above Flavitt Field. To celebrate America's 249th birthday and to give back to WUFT's audience, professors and journalists are leaving Weimer Hall and shooting off hundreds of fireworks. The day before America's 249th birthday marks 35 years of WUFT's Fanfares and Fireworks event. It's been held on July 3rd since 1990. Officials from the College of Journalism call it Gainesville's Independence Day Eve celebration. In about an hour, doors will open, bands will start playing, and food trucks will roll on in. The owners of one food truck say it's a great chance to interact with the community.
We love serving the community. We do a lot of events at UF, and so it's always great to come out. It's always a high energy, great vibe. So whenever we can get out at UF or events at Santa Fe.
Or anywhere in the community.
Yeah, or in the community.
We love supporting our community.
9:30 is when the real fanfare, the fireworks, begin. Visitors of Flavitt Field will be treated to an 18-minute-long fireworks show. The Gainesville Community Band will play patriotic music as color fills the sky. Fanfares and Fireworks is free to anyone who wants to come, and you still have a few hours to get out here. Organizers say it's WUFT's way of giving back to their audience, the Gainesville community. Reporting in Gainesville, Michael Orlando, WUFT News.
The fireworks may sparkle, but they are not toys to be messed with. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says in 2024, U.S. firework mischief led to 11 deaths and over 14,000 injuries. Before you spark the fuse, Marion County Fire Rescue suggests these firework safety tips. Leave fireworks to the professionals. Attend public displays instead. Never let children ignite fireworks or sparklers. Soak duds in water before disposal and never relight them. Avoid alcohol or drugs while using fireworks and maintain a safe distance from the blast area.
The city of Ocala is hosting a fireworks show in celebration of Independence Day. The night will include live music, family games and activities, and local food trucks. Parking will be available at the Ocala Skate Park. A free shuttle service will also run during the event. Organizers ask you to bring chairs, blankets, and patriotic spirit. The free event will be held tomorrow from 6 to 10 p.m.
Authorities are working to get record numbers of travelers to their destinations safely. The Transportation Security Administration says it's screening about 18 million people this week. This is a busy time for TSA agents. They already screened a single-day record of 3 million people on June 22nd. Roads are also expected to be crowded for the 4th of July holiday. The Florida Highway Patrol estimates 4 million Floridians will be driving over 50 miles this weekend. AAA is trying to prevent impaired drivers from getting behind the wheel. It's providing a free ride and tow program for Floridians. You can call the number on your screen if you need a safe ride this weekend.
We are currently tracking a tropical development developing in the Atlantic coast over the next 72 hours. I'll have more for you next.
Reuben, please tell me my 4th of July plans aren't going to get washed out.
Yeah, I was planning on going to see the fireworks tonight.
I mean, I'll catch you there, but for anyone planning to go to fanfare and fireworks, if you do plan on getting there on time, I do recommend bringing an umbrella. But if you do go later, you should, for the most part, be fine. Now, we are currently tracking the showers and storms affecting north central Florida. I wanted to put a little bit of an emphasis on Gainesville. The showers and storms were moving more southward, but they seem to be leaving Gainesville. So for those attending the event tonight, that is good news. But let's also cover what is going on campus. Earlier, showers were stronger. You were seeing more darker clouds. You were seeing more rainfall, but it's for the most part cleared up. You can still see a bit of a droplets on our campus cam. The temperatures are reflective of the showers and storms affecting north central Florida. Look at Cross City. They're only at 75. Gainesville, we're only at 80. 88 for Live Oak. They seem to be the odd man out. They must not be seeing much in their area. But the National Hurricane Center did tell us, they wanted to give us a little bit of a warning. There is a 60% chance that a tropical development could be developing over the next 72 hours along the Atlantic coast. But that is not only affecting us, it is affecting the flash flood. It is bringing a potential flash flood risk to us. That showers and storms are stronger because of that, along with this front. This front is moving more southward. I wanted to point out, look at the drier skies. Look at them. They're not seeing much showers and clouds, but us, because of this front, we are seeing more showers and clouds in our area. Now, I did want to jump to midnight of the Futurecast. You're seeing mostly it is clear for us in Gainesville, but 4th of July, I have a bit of bad news. Looks like we're jumping to the Friday morning. So with the Friday morning, it does look to be about 70, and for the highs, it looks to be about high 80s and low 90s for us. Weekend forecast. So over the course of this weekend, what I was going to show you with the Futurecast, we are expected to see showers and storms. They were going to be moving more so over us around the lunchtime and evening time. I did want to briefly touch on the 4th of July, as the 4th of July is expected to be very rainy all throughout the day. All throughout the day, you should expect from the lunchtime until almost midnight, showers and storms in our area. Now, it does appear to be light, and it doesn't appear to be very stormy for us, so that is good news for anyone. But I would say it might be the best to spend your 4th of July inside. Now, back on this weekend forecast, they mirror each other. Showers and storms are going to be hitting us around that lunchtime, and the temperature shouldn't be getting too hot. We should be seeing high 80s and low 90s for that day. Let's touch on our 7-day outlook. So they are pretty reflective and twinning each other. It's going to be showers and storms all throughout the week. The temperatures won't be getting too high. The 4th of July, you should expect showers, so it might be best to stay inside.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Welcome to sports. I'm Macy Meis. Gators football stays hot on their recruiting trail. Yesterday, 4-star defensive lineman Kendall Gerville announced his commitment to UF. Gerville marks the 15th commitment for Florida's class of 2026. This Florida native from Fort Myers stands at 6'5" and 315 pounds. Surely a hot commodity, Gerville received 28 offers. According to Sports Illustrated, he's the 12th best defensive lineman in the country and the 9th best prospect overall in the state of Florida. Gerville is the second D-line commit of the class, ending Florida's recent trajectory for misses for defensive tackles. Earlier today, just one day after acquiring Gerville, 4-star corner CJ Hester announced his commitment to UF. Hester joins the program as the 3rd defensive back commit. According to 24/7 Sports, Hester is the number 20 safety in the country and the 36th overall recruit in the state of Florida. Florida will continue its recruiting journey, and we'll see which prospects will bring the heat. The U.S. will face Mexico in the final in Houston. The two sides are meeting in their 8th Gold Cup final, with Mexico holding a 5-2 edge. But the U.S. won the last time they met here, 1-0 in added extra time, back in 2021. El Tri is going for their 10th Gold Cup crown, the Americans chasing their 8th. The final kicks off at 7 p.m. Sunday night. The U.S. men's national team was not the only American soccer team with a win last night. Team USA competed in the Continental Classic of the Women's Friendlies. They shut out Canada last night 3-0. This is the women's 5th straight shutout win. Back on the court, the U.S. women's U19 national team opened the 2025 World Championship with a win on Wednesday. The U.S., the reigning world champion, took on Peru today. Spain took the U.S. to 4 sets in their opener. Things were a bit easier versus Peru. Up 20-12 in the first set, they weren't giving Peru much wiggle room for a comeback. They had 17 plays at the net, including 5 blocks. Peru did get to within 5 points in the opening set, but the U.S. finished them off, winning 25-19. They would go on to win in straight sets 3-0. Gators stay hot inside and out of the swamp. Gator Lily Hayes being a member of this national team. And before we go, the opening round of the John Deere Classic went down today. Former Gator Ricky Castillo ended the round tied for 20th, shooting a 4 under par 67. And that's all for sports. Stay tuned for one final check with the weather after the break.
Let's take one last look at our 7-day outlook. So most of the days are going to be very reflective of each other. They're going to be looking like showers in the early, we're talking about lunchtime, and then evening time, they should be clearing up.
Thanks, Reuben. And thanks for joining us. We're back here tomorrow for another edition of First at 5.